Oh, hi, you ducky loves. It's Friday, it's 8 o'clock, so that must mean it's time to make fudge. And this week I've got an absolute cracker for you, which is called You Jammie Get. Now, that's a very northern phrase to say, so the name was definitely inspired by my northern family. But this is actually one of my favourite fudges I've ever made. It's a white chocolate condensed milk fudge, which means you start off with 500 grams of white chocolate. I always break up the chocolate as I'm putting it in because I think it melts better. There's no scientific evidence of that, but that's just what I like to do, loves. I'm using Aldi white chocolate because there's still a shortage at Morrison's, which is iconic. I need to have shares. Tin of condensed milk. This is an Aldi one, so it doesn't have a ring pull, so you will need your tin opener. Remember what I've said before, just be careful because you don't want any of the label going in the fudge, because the label goes right up to the top. That can easily happen. So pour in your tin of condensed milk. Get your little knifey knife and scrape out every last drop, loves. And then put your rubbish in the bin and come back to the kitchen table. Now, the next ingredient that goes into this fudge is mini marshmallows. And I put in 45 grams of mini marshmallows. So get your weighing scales, make sure it's set to 0. Oh, I didn't realise that's what I had left. How iconic. I can feel there's one left in there. Don't leave any man behind. Get that one out. Yeah. Now, these go into your fudge now. And it honestly creates the best texture ever. The last ingredient I add before it goes in the microwave is smooth peanut butter. Now, I absolutely bloody love peanut butter. So I was full of joy when I finally made a recipe that I could sling it in. This gives colour, this gives flavour. What I aim for is about 50 grams. I feel like that's going to be way more. Let me carefully just, there we go. But you could put more peanut butter in if you like. But I find about 50 grams or like 1 big tablespoon out of your pot is sufficient. Then put this lot in your microwave for 2 minutes. With a white chocolate fudge, you can whack it in for 2 minutes if you've got an 800 watt microwave. If you've got a higher wattage microwave, do it for a minute and stir. While that's going, I'm just gonna clear the decks and then come back to the kitchen table. It's actually amazing how much you can get done in 2 minutes, loves. It really is. Now the microwave's dinged, which means it's ready for the first stir. Now be careful because this will be really hot, and white chocolate melts very quickly as well, so, but also you can put it in for 2 minutes and it doesn't burn. But just be careful. Those mini marshmallows have already started to melt. The peanut butter smells delicious. I absolutely love peanut butter. And peanut butter and chocolate is such an incredible combination. But what goes even better with peanut butter is jelly, jam. So the next ingredient might surprise you, or it might not. Put that back in for 2 minutes, and while that is melting, the reason why it's called You Jammie Get is because it's got a whole packet of Jammy Dodgers in there. I love Jammy Dodgers. And I love making biscuit fudges. So this is just my take on an absolute classic of peanut butter and jelly, or peanut butter and jam as we call it in the UK. What I do is I get my cleaver and I chop up the biscuits. So if you've never had Jammy Dodgers before, then they are almost like a shortbread style biscuit with raspberry jam in the centre. You can get different flavoured ones, but I use the classic raspberry jam ones. So just chop them biscuits up. This makes the fudge really bulky and heavy. But it's so worth it. You want to make sure those chunks are small enough so that really you get like an even distribution of the jammy goodness throughout the fudge. You can tell by my face I love making this one. Just smells amazing, and I think because it's got all things I love in it, and I love the colours of the marshmallows. I love the colour the white chocolate goes because the peanut butter's in there. This is just one of my ultimate ones, and I think because the name is a nod to my northern family, it's like really made with love, this one. So after 4 minutes, that fudge is perfect. With all of those ingredients in there, that is the perfect consistency you want for this fudge. So give it a good old stir. Then using your cleaver, you want to put all of this biscuity goodness into your fudge without spilling it all on the floor or on the kitchen table. There you go, did quite well there, loves. And you want to give this a good stir, but be careful because there's a lot in there now. You don't want it to go all over the side. You want it all in your fudge tin, which I've prepared by lining my 9-inch tin with baking paper. How I do that is I lay the baking paper across the top using a sharp pair of scissors, cut round the outline, and then I get another fudge tin and press it in so that when I come to use it, it's all flat in the tin. So this is a big old chunky fudge, but it's absolutely bloody lovely, honestly. I think it's one of my best ones I've ever created. Then use the back of your spoon or spatula just to smooth it out. Oh, it smells so good. So there you go, loves. That is You Jammie Get. I'm going to let it cool, then put it in the fridge for 2 hours, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Oh, hi you ducky loves. So it's a couple of hours later, and here is You Jammie Get. It's absolutely incredible. I'm just about to chop it, ready for sale. But I hope you enjoyed making this one with me. And let me know what you think of it, because this is one of my favourites. Yeah, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed my videos, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and tell everyone you know. And get a copy of my book. Loads of love.